Hi guys, it's Udi. This is my new Go XLR Mini, and it's probably the best solution I found to stream or record your DAW. And the challenge is always how to get the sound from your DAW into OBS and then stream or record it. So I have a couple of videos showing how to use Restream and Voicemeeter, but there's always a challenge. So the Go XLR for me is an amazing solution. And so what is Go XLR? In a nutshell, this is an audio interface. So you have mic input here. This is the XLR input here, and you can connect your condenser or dynamic microphone. You can always use just a simple mic here on the front and headphones, and you have faders here. So what you can do is you can connect your microphone here, and you can connect your DAW, you can configure your DAW and then route different channels into OBS and manage everything from there. And I'm going to show you all of that in this video, so stick around. So what's the difference between this and whatever audio interface you might have? Well, at least my audio interface presents itself very simply as one device. So if I'm using it with Cubase, I'm not able to route the sound out from Cubase into OBS, and this is all solved with the Go XLR. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the Go XLR application and how it works. Then we'll go through my Cubase settings, OBS. I'm going to show you how things are set up in Zoom. So you can do Zoom sessions and show your DAW, and also in Discord. So yeah, let's get started with that and see how everything connects. Okay, so this is the Go XLR application. It's the same application for the Go XLR Mini and the Go XLR Pro, or the full product. You can do pretty much anything with both of these products. The difference is that the Go XLR Pro has some other features relevant for gamers. I don't know, some sampling or other features not important for us, people that want to record your DAW. Now, let me show you what we have here. So first of all, we have 4 tabs: mic, mixer, routing, and system. Mic is the mic settings, pretty simple. Click the mic setup button here, and you have different types: dynamic, condenser, which is what I'm using right now, and 3.5 millimeter, which is the front jack here. Then we have the gain boost if you want to boost the levels, and you have a meter, again pretty standard. Then we have a gate. So if you're in a noisy environment and you want to gate out some ambient noise, use the gate. Then we have an equalizer, which you can click here and expand, and you'll see that you have more bands. And we have a compressor. The compressor will help you level the voice, the vocal. And you can read about this more in the user manual. I'm not going into much details here, but it's a standard compressor. You have threshold, ratio, attack, release, and makeup gain. This is really great if you want to get some very professional and very tight vocals. It's really great that you have this in the product and you don't need to use it outside. And you can do this with the OBS. You can load your own plugins, and I can show you that maybe in some other video. So moving on, we have the mixer. So the Go XLR is presenting 4 faders. So these faders, you can just decide what they do. So this is the place to do it. So I can say that I have channel 1, 2, and 3. And for channel 1, the first, this is the first fader, the leftmost fader. That's the mic for me. And then the second one is the voice chat. And then I have music, and I have system. So what's so special about that? That's the power of the Go XLR, because I can have my condenser microphone or dynamic microphone, which is connected to the XLR input here, just route through the first fader. And then I want to have voice chat, maybe through Discord or whatever, then that goes to the second fader. And for me, music will be used by Cubase, so I'll set up Cubase to route the audio through that channel. And finally, I have system, which is set for my default system device. And if I want to do whatever live streaming or recording and show something from the internet or from my desktop or play something, then that's the system sounds. Pretty cool. And then we also have some other options here. We have all these faders here, and you can see that we actually have more than 4 channels. We have mic, chat, music, game, console, line in, system, sample, blip, which I'm going to skip for now, and your overall headphone level. And so while you only have 4 faders, you actually have more channels to use. So it's important to note. Then we have lighting, which is just, you know, a child's game. I mean, it's not very important. If you want to change the colors and you know how it looks, it's pretty cool. So next we have routing, and routing is the most important part of the whole idea here, because this will let you route the audio from your mic, chat, music, system, whatever, into any of the outputs. So you see the matrix here. We have inputs and we have outputs here on the left, and I can route my microphone to my headphones, my chat to the, I mean, it makes sense that all the sound should go eventually to my headphones, right? That makes sense. But then I can also set the chat to go to my overall broadcast mix, and then I can also say, well, go to the line out. In my case, I did a little tricks, something, because I still have my my studio audio device, and I still want to use my my monitors. So I have my line out connected to my audio device, and I'm using that as well. So maybe I'll show you that in another video. It's not very important. So, but I'm routing my mic to the line out and into the chat mic, which allows me to do the live chats. And then I have the chat inputs, the music. Well, again, music will be used for Cubase in my case, and you can use it in any DAW. And then I have my system sounds. And again, you need to play with that just a bit to get it right. And I suggest you do it one at a time. So, you know, figure out the mic, then figure out your DAW and so on. Go one step at a time and you'll get it. And then finally, we have system with some overall settings and tutorials and information. And again, I highly recommend reading the user manual and learning about this product and figuring out how it works, because the more you know about the product, the more benefit you can get out from it. So now let's jump over to Cubase, and I'll show you how I set it up, and then I'll show you how everything sets up in OBS, so it ties together, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is my Cubase, and of course you can use any DAW. So in Cubase, I'll go to Studio Setup, and this is where we set the audio devices, the ASIO devices for the program. Now, I already selected Go XLR ASIO driver, and in the Go XLR ASIO driver settings here, you can see that I have the control panel where you can set the buffer size and some other settings. And then we have all the inputs and outputs of that device. So it is acting, it is an audio device. Okay, so we have inputs and we have outputs. So once you set that up, you don't need to do anything. Just select the Go XLR ASIO driver here. And next you need to set your inputs and outputs. So I'll go to F4 in Cubase. That's where the audio connections. And you can see that in my outputs here, I have music left and music right set for my stereo out, and that's important. So what I basically want to have, I want to route the audio out from Cubase and get it into OBS, and I'll do that using the music left and right. So if you click this, you'll see that we have few options here. We have system, we have game, chat, music, and sample. So you can use any of them, it doesn't matter, you just need to be consistent. And then in a moment I'll show you in OBS how I set things up, and then I'll tie it back to the OBS routing table, to the matrix there. So once you select the channel that is going to be used for the audio to go out, as you can see, I don't have my mic here because I'll have my microphone set up in OBS directly. Okay, but of course I can go and select input here, right click, add a bus, and again just select any of the input and outputs that we have in that device. It is an audio device for, I mean, all purpose. So that's all I need to do in my DAW, in my case here. So let's jump over to OBS and I'll show you how things are set up there. In OBS, and I'm using the stream elements, so just ignore everything that you see on the sides here or how it looks. It's just something that you can set up. And you can see my sources here. I have my logo, I have my my microphone AT4040 Audio Technica, I have Cubase, I have desk, which is the audio that comes from my desktop, and I have some bunch of other inputs. So first of all, what we see here, this is the AT4040 channel, and let's just double click that and see. So first of all, clicking here and you'll see how it works. You see, this is the chat mic. So I decided that for me, the microphone is using that channel, the chat mic. And then if I go to Cubase, you'll see here that I have the broadcast stream. I have some other options that I can use, but I chose to use the broadcast stream, which is the combined audio from all other sources. And I could also use the sample here. Again, you need to play with that. For me, that was the best settings. Let's move on. So if you just double click this, you'll get these properties. Click here and you select whichever is the input for you. So the idea is that I'm routing my audio from Cubase, from my DAW, using the music left and music right. So how does it actually arrives here? Okay, let me show you how that works. So first of all, I'm going to show you again the settings here in the Go XLR application. We'll go to routing, and now you can see that I have music. That's the channel I chose in Cubase, and so the Cubase audio goes into that channel, to that input channel, and is routed to my headphones, to the broadcast mix, to the line out, and I could also route it to the chat mic. So I'm not going to use that right now. Again, you need to play, you need to figure it out for yourself and see what works for you, but that's the music. Let's again go back to Cubase, and you'll see that when I'm playing something, right, so you actually hear the audio. And let's go back to OBS, and you can see that I have my mic set up here. That's the mic, chat mic, and I have my Cubase. It's set up here. So that's all you need to do. And so next, let's have a quick look at Zoom, and we'll also have a quick look at Discord. So once you have all these channels, I mean, just think about it. It's pretty simple. We have our inputs, right? Where audio comes from, and then you need to decide where it goes. But eventually you want to have all the audio routed to OBS. Now, a very important tip, something that you need to know. If you want to record your DAW and you want to create tutorials like I do, then you probably want to have all these channels on separate tracks. So right click, advanced audio properties, and you'll see that my mic here goes to track 1. My browser, disregard that, that's just overlays of OBS. Then we have Cubase, which goes to track number 2, and I have my desktop goes to track number 3. Now if I was using a chat through, let's say, Discord, then I'll have another channel here, and I will route it to a different track. And eventually when I'm editing everything in my software, then I have different tracks and I can treat them differently. Otherwise, everything will be mashed together. Everything will be as one audio track, which is absolutely the worst thing for me, because it's really hard to edit. If you have separate audio tracks, it's easier to edit and to make everything sound better. So that's important. But on the flip side, if you're streaming, you need everything on the first track. So I actually have to change this and just select the first track for everything. Otherwise, people will only hear me through my mic, but will not hear Cubase or the desktop and so on. So you need to just remember that and select the first track. Okay, very important. And so let's now jump over to Zoom. So you'll see that you can actually do everything also with Zoom. Okay, so this is Zoom. I'll go to the settings here and we'll go to audio, and let me move this. And as you can see, I have my chat here. This is chat, and then I have the speaker, the output, and I have the input, and you can see that it actually works. And if we'll go again to the Go XLR settings here, you'll see that we have the routing. I have the chat. Okay, that's how it works, the chat mic and the chat. So I can very easily create a tutorial, or I can broadcast myself over Zoom with Cubase or whatever DAW. Very easy. Now another very cool idea would be to use Discord. So just as a note here, you're most welcome to join my Discord server. So I'll put the link in the description of this video, and I'll be very happy to chat with you over Discord as well. So let's see how that works. So I'll go to Discord, and that's my Discord here, and that's my server. Very simple. And now you can see that I have these settings. So if we go to video, voice and video, you'll see that I have chat mic and chat mic output, and you can actually have that. So the so cool idea here is that I can do a live stream on Twitch very easily, but also have some way for me to have conversation with people during that live set. So it's amazing. So check it out. If you have any questions or anything at all, you want to know more about this, leave comments below this video. I'll do my best to answer you. But the best way would be to join my Discord server, which is called Udi Audio, and I'll put the link in the description of this video, and you can just connect with me directly, and I'll do my best to answer any of your question, of course, if I know the answer. But anyway, I'll see you there. So that's pretty much it. I think now that you see the idea and the power behind the Go XLR, I'm really excited, and I'm hoping to see you soon on my live streams in YouTube, Facebook, in Twitch, and of course you're most welcome to my Discord server. That's it. So I'll see you soon with more videos and more cool stuff very soon, and bye bye.